Hello students, in this video I'll show you how to create a simulated data set to use for your project. This question says, in the year 2014, I found that 37% of CCA students prefer iPhone to any other phone. I think this percentage has increased since then. Test my hypothesis. So to do that, I have a proportion. That means I'm going to count how many people prefer iPhone in my sample out of the total number of people that I'm going to survey. So to do that on Excel and simulate it, I'm going to say if the student that I'm interviewing says they prefer iPhone, then I'm going to say 1. If the person says they prefer some other brand, I'm going to say 0. So this is how you're going to simulate it. You're going to choose a sample size first. Let's say you chose a sample size of 50 or 100. In the case of proportion, you chose a sample of 100 and you asked them the question. And let's simulate their responses. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to say rand between, and since the only answers are either yes or no, so yes is 1 and no is 0, so that is from 0 to 1. And then you're going to create 100 values from that. That might be 100, might be more than 100, but hopefully the idea is clear. Now, don't leave it like that. You're going to keep it highlighted. And while it's highlighted, you're going to select copy and you're going to select paste. This allows all of those data to be pasted as data values instead of a function that randomizes between 0 and 1. And as a result, those numbers are not going to change when you are hitting the enter key. The next is to count how many people said yes and how many people said no. Since you're interested only in those people who said yes, you're going to count how many people said yes or how many ones in your sample. You're going to say count if the range. You're going to highlight all of your data that you created. And then you're going to say comma, you're going to count the ones for yes. So comma 1, as you can see here at the top. And then click enter. So that will give you how many people said yes out of your sample. And if you highlight your data, actually, you can tell how many numbers you have. So let me highlight my data. So far, I have 305. So my sample is 305. Your sample, you could say it's 300. So you're going to shrink it down 5 numbers, and it will turn into 300 or something. And then you're going to count how many ones out of the 300. So that is how many people said yes out of the total. You're going to create your proportion or p hat. So p hat will be equal to 164 divided by the 300 sample size that I chose. And here you go, you have your proportion. So your proportion turns out to be 54.7%. And you're going to test your hypothesis based on that. I hope this video helped you, and I will see you in a different one.